Yes.
Yes.
Okay, great. Uh, Guys, I see not many of you have completed the practical. I understand it was uh, a bit difficult, or it wasn't even difficult, but a bit longer practical. Still, I would request all of you to please complete the practical. It will give you a better idea, hands-on experience, and it will help you to answer the questions, right? And it will help you to understand the concept. I'm talking about the topics which we covered in last session, specifically energy. This task number 17, the one which you see on the screen, right? Here, I did give you the opportunity to work on everything, almost everything, machines to disk to everything. And we added multiple NIC, as we have seen in our last practical, how to add multiple NICs, multiple IPs, right? So here I have given you a detailed, an original like feel. This is how you will get it normally, right? Now, what we have been practicing is just simple one-liner explanation or small build sheet. In actual environment, you will have the complex one, something like this, where you may have two NIC, two IPs, four IPs, public IP, one private IP, two private IP, one public IP, then NSG assigned to another NIC with having different rules. And here we are just looking at how many rules? Six rules, one NSG. In actual environment, you may see hundreds of rules, right? Though they do it using PowerShell script or something, but you should know how is it done. Once you know the manual approach, then automating something, it's not a big task. Even if you can't do it, someone from your team, some automation engineer, some architect will do it for you. You'll have to just run those script. But even after running the script, you should know that what was expected from the script, what has happened, how it had been worked, right? So to know that, it is must that you practice all these. So please go ahead and practice all these, create these multiple NICs, multiple IPs. If you don't understand anything, ask in the group, ask someone else, ask me, right? But try to complete this practical at least. This one has covered almost everything. Right? Here I think I have given you the lock option also here. Here. So we are covering lock, we are covering UDR and everything. We are covering everything, almost everything here. So do not skip the task number 17. Please make sure you complete this. Right. And along with this, whatever we have covered last session, I've given the questions for them here. I hope you guys are going through these questions. Now look at these. If you look at these questions and previous questions, we already may have 80 plus questions, right? And we will have more. So do not keep them thinking that you'll cover it at the end of the session. Session isn't at the end of the program. So don't wait for that. Whenever we are done with the topic, go through those questions and read them and complete them. It becomes easy. The topic is fresh in your mind. You know the technical concepts, etc. Right? So it's always better that you do it in the following week itself. Having said that, today we are going to start new topic in the same segment. We were on network segment. We have covered basic IP, basic task, VNet peering, subnets, how to block some traffic, how to block some port, right? How to open some port. That's what we were talking in the last task. We are done with that. Now, one of the major tasks which we perform in networking, it's VPN, right? What types of VPN we have, how do we deal with them, which one do we use where, that I will cover. But before we start that, any questions, any doubts on topics till we have covered on network segment? Yes, guys. Any questions, any doubts, please do ask. If you haven't attended something, that's a different thing. If you skipped some video, that's a different thing. Go ahead and watch the recording and then you can again ask the question. I'm asking people who were there, attentive, attended the task, tried practicing it, watched the video, and still not able to understand any concept. So please do let me know. Accordingly, we can work on this. Anyone, guys? Okay. I'll take that as a no. So I'm presuming here that till now everything is clear to everyone. Please go ahead and watch the recording. Try to complete the practical. This will give you a better idea. Right? Today, what we are going to cover, it's our VPN section. What is VPN? VPN is private, it's virtual private network. That is your VPN. Right? When will you use VPN? What types of VPN we have? We'll come to that. Before that, just to let you know or to make you understand how are we using VPN, you can think of people who are working from home using a laptop, that you are sitting at your home, you're connected to your Wi-Fi, to your network. It could be from Airtel or Geo Fiber or any local, but you're connected to their internet. And still you are able to access your office resources. For example, you are able to log into your office server, or you are able to access the share file or anything. How do you think you are able to do that?
through a secure tunnel,
Hmm,
which will have some certificates.
perfect. Yes. So you are connecting. The moment you open your laptop, sometimes it is hard coded that you don't even have an option. The moment you turn on the laptop, VPN, there will be some software of VPN. We have plenty of them. Azure itself has one application of VPN. It's inbuilt like a migration tool and everything. For everything, Azure will have its own tool and then third party tools. So there is one Azure VPN tool. Apart from that, there are many. Cisco is one of the famous VPN tools. Most of you guys will see Cisco. There's Symantec also, and there are a few more, right? So the moment you open your laptop, this VPN tool, let's say Cisco AnyConnect, will open automatically. It will get connected, and then you will be connected to your office network. Okay? Sitting at your home connected to your Wi-Fi, but through virtual private network, you'll be a part of your office's network, and people you will be able to access people's data. They will be access something on your computer if you have shared it. Obviously, uh, see everything we're talking about here. We're talking at the network level, right? It is implied that you should have access. Just because network is connected, that doesn't mean. Let's say two networks are connected. That doesn't mean you can take RDP to any computer. You should have user ID and password, and that RDP port should be open. Those are different things. Here we're talking about the network stability, connectivity. Right? So if network has been established, connectivity has been established, then you will be able to access others' data as far as they have shared and you have sufficient access. They will be able to access your data or your computer. Right? So this is how it works. This is how the VPN is. So now in Azure, we have two types of VPN. Actually, this is everywhere, but let's stick to Azure. We have site-to-site VPN and we have point-to-site VPN. What is site-to-site VPN and why will we use that? Uh, Looking at the name, what do you understand by site-to-site VPN? Even if you don't have any technical understanding, when I say site-to-site VPN, what comes to your mind?
There would be connectivity between two different
Sorry, two different?
networks.
Okay. What precisely? See, I'm sitting here on my personal laptop and I want to connect to my office or let's say it's office laptop, forget personal. I'm sitting here uh, in some hotel or some cafe, right? And I want to connect from my laptop to my Azure portal. Forget the public IP, right? I have told you many times public IP will always be there just for our practice in our sessions. Otherwise, there will be no public IP, right? And it's not what our virtual machine is not the only resource we have on Azure. Right? So public IP का कोई concept नहीं है. There are plenty of resource. SharePoint is there. Everything is there. Modern virtual machines are there, and everything is on a private network. I have my office laptop, but I am sitting in a cafe, and I want to connect to that. How will I connect? That is using VPN. But one person is connecting. Is one person a site, or what is it? Can I call it a site?
It is point to say.
Yes, that is a point. One person is trying to connect. Now it could be one, two, three, four, five, maybe six or seven or 10. It could be 10 also, right? But individual person is trying to connect. That one point is trying to connect to your site. Why are we calling that a site? Because there you have your Active Directory server, you have DNS, your DHCP, your application servers, your SharePoint, your databases, your storage account, your key vaults, everything. Hence, it is a site. So some person is trying to connect to your site. That is point to site. Now, when I say site to site, what could it be?
one branch connecting to another branch.
Yes. But branch, if I have them in same subscription, I don't need VPN, right? If you
No,
go,
Different
on
subscription,
premises,
Azure
on
to
premises to cloud.
GCP, like that. Different subscription, different tenant, like Azure to on
yeah,
premises. So where we can
yes,
use a side to side.
both answers are correct. So first, but not different subscription. Just if I have two subscriptions in the same tenant, do I have to use VPN? I can. That's technically it is correct. But do I have to use VPN? VPN is costly. VPN is complex. VPN takes time. Do I have any simpler option if I have one tenant, two subscription, and I want to connect these two virtual networks?
Pairing.
Simple.
Pairing
Peering
is the
through
option.
VNet
global mirror.
pairing over VNet pairing cross subscription is possible. So if there are two virtual networks on different subscriptions and I want to connect them to sites, right? I can use VPN. I can use that, but it is complex. Why should I do that, right? It is costly. Why should I do that? So there I do have an option to use VNet pairing of cross subscription. But next step, I have two tenants in Azure. There also there also VNet pairing is possible, but that is also complex. And it will have too many steps and I will have to give each other too many accesses, right? But still possible. Again, there I can go for VPN or VNet pairing. Cross tenant VNet pairing is possible. But this is all in Azure. Is everything in Azure? No. What if I have one Azure site where I have 500 servers, but I'm coming from on-prem data center. I have 2000 servers in my on-prem as well. Now there can we use VNet pairing? In initial two examples, we did have an option, though it is complex, but we did have an option to connect uh, cross tenant also, cross subscription also. VNet pairing was there. But now I'm saying I have one data center, on-prem data center, and then there are some servers on Azure. These are two sites I have. Can I connect them using VNet pairing?
Can you repeat the question, sir?
Data center and Azure.
No, we can't.
We
No, no,
can't.
no. We can
VNet
go.
pairing
We
No, no,
can
no.
only
side.
works when we have Azure at both the ends.
Azure, right?
Be it cross subscription, be it cross tenant could be a little bit difficult and more complex, but VNet pairing still works, but only if it has Azure. Let's say that I have one site at Azure and the other one at AWS. Will VNet pairing work?
No.
In this case also, it will not work.
Not.
Right? So it's similar. Azure, AWS, Azure GCP, Azure on-prem, Azure Oracle, Azure Alibaba, or any cloud. You pick any cloud, it will not work. VNet pairing will only work Azure to Azure, right? So that time the VPN comes to picture. There we will have to use VPN. Now, how do we use that? We'll see the theory part. Right? Let me show one diagram to you. By the way, in our practical, we are going to use Azure to Azure only. Right? Because if I do it on AWS or GCP, I'm sharing my screen. You guys will understand or learn the steps of GCP and AWS, which are not useful for you. No one is going to ask you that, right? And if I do it on Azure and you are doing it on GCP, you will not be able to do it. You guys will have to now take GCP subscription, etc. So we are not doing that, and we don't have any on-prem. So for the training purpose, we are picking both sides of Azure. So if I have to connect two tenants, Azure to Azure, VNet pairing cross tenant is possible, but I want to do it that using VPN. That is what our today's practical is. Is this part clear to everyone? What are we doing? Why are we doing on Azure?
Yes.
Right?
Yes.
So here, now I have two methods. This will go, theory part itna hi hai isme. I don't have to explain more. Practical is important here, and while doing the practical there will be many small points which I will emphasize on them and I want you to remember them. वही इंटरव्यू में पूछे जाने वाले हैं, right? So I don't want you to give theory definition and just read it. So let's not do that. In fact, here also whatever is written, it's theory plus practical. So this is the best way to learn VPN connectivity. So we'll start with theory and practical together, right? First, let's understand what am I trying to do here. I have two tenants. One is UT-Kloud, the other one is Tsoft. Two different tenants. Both of them have some machines here under this VNet. Under one VNet, here under one VNet. There could be more VNet also, right? We'll come to that later. As of now, let's say I have only one VNet here, only one VNet here. And I want these machines to communicate with each other. Can they communicate by default? Are they communicating with each other by default?
No.
No.
No, not possible, right?
No.
So I'll have to do VNet pairing, which is I'm not doing as of now. The other option is VPN. So we are going ahead with VPN option. Can these machines talk to each other, by the way?
Yes,
Yes.
they can.
Yes.
They are under same VNet, different subnet, so
Yes.
they can, right? So if the moment I do this VNet pairing here, do I have to do anything extra at subnet level, or by default, all these machines can communicate to all these machines the moment I connect these two virtual
They can
networks?
By
communicate.
default.
Be it
By
VNet
default.
peering or VPN, whatever it is, as far as these two are connected, you don't have to do anything on the subnet level. Apart from obviously, if I have NSG, then opening the port, right? Connectivity is there. But if I have blocked the RDP port, will I be able to take RDP from here to here? Connectivity is there. I
We
have
have
established the
to.
connectivity, but I have blocked something at NSG level. Will I be able to take
We have
RDP?
to. No.
Simple,
No.
no. Right? So these are two different things. Don't get confused between them. We are learning the connectivity, right? We have already learned NSG. After having the connectivity, if you're not able to take RDP, go ahead and do the troubleshooting at machine level. Check if you're not able to take RDP to any machine, or if you're not able to take RDP only to this machine, or maybe to these two machines under this subnet. Then we'll go back to the same exercise which we did in our last session. Okay? We'll check NSG, we'll check NSG at NIC level, we'll check NSG at subnet level, we'll check the rule, we'll try pinging each other, we'll check the connectivity, etc. Whatever it is, we'll check, right? But we are not going to do troubleshooting at VNet level. Even if one machine is able to connect to other machine, which means that your network connectivity has been done successfully. Even if you're able to ping to each other, so there is no issue at this level. It is connected properly. If you're able to ping and not take RDP, it could be something in ports, something in NSG, or it could be anything, but not at the VPN level. No issue at the VPN level. Is the point clear to everyone?
Yes. Yes.
Yes.
Okay. So what are we trying to do here now? We are going to connect these two virtual networks using VPN. To perform the VPN, what components do we require? This is an interview question and they do ask. It is there in the diagram also, but I'll highlight it here so it will be easier. Before I start it here, guys, I have two options. I'm comfortable with both of them. You tell me what needs to be done. One, I told you already I need two volunteer. One, it's whatever I'm saying here in terms of steps, please write them on one notepad and then share it with me. I'll give you the detailed version of that. For example, first I should have one virtual network, create one VM, right? At one subscription, create another VM at another tenant. So this is how you can write the points. Then create virtual network gateway at both side, create virtual network local gateway at both side. This is how you can just write it in bullet points, and I'll give you the detailed steps. You can share that to me. I'll write the detailed steps in that. For example, let me see. This is how you can write. Uh, create VM at both subscription. This is for you guys. So you will have the detailed steps to practical and to say it in your interview also. And you can leave the next column, or you just give me the bullet points. I'll write the details here. Right? Next one, create local network gateway. And here I will mention the details that which SKU should you take while creating the local network gateway, etc. Next, configure or create network gateway. Right here, I'll write the details. So maybe you can give me this line, one of you, that too if you guys want. Otherwise, I have already written everything is here. Everything is here. I'm just trying to make it more easier for you guys. So if you guys want, I need one volunteer. That's optional. Anyone who wants to do it, do it. Otherwise, leave it. We already have it here. And if you want, I'll share the articles with you. It will have step by step all the details. It is up to you. That is first thing. Second thing, when it comes to practical, I have two options. One, it's I will create one VM at my tenant, right? UT-Kloud, my training tenant, and one of you can volunteer and do the same thing simultaneously. When I'm doing it, you should do it at your tenant, Gauss's subscription, which we have. And later, you and me will share some details and do the connectivity and ping each other. Right? Maybe I log into your machine just to show here on the screen. I log into your machine, take RDP to your machine, and show it here. We can do that. Right? That is one option that two of us do it. Or I can log in here, one at Gosa subscription and the other one at my subscription, and show it to you. So which one do you want? Tell me. Steps are exactly same. So even if I'm doing on both of them, because in this case we are doing Azure to Azure, so steps are exactly same. If you're doing Azure to AWS, you need to know your Azure steps. AWS has almost similar steps, but there are different services. You don't have to worry about it, because understand, when you're connecting two networks, two sites, do you think only you will do it, or do you think someone else will be there at the other side?
Will be
Someone
there
will
at
always be
other
there.
side.
Obviously, you are an Azure admin. No one is going to give you a contributor or owner right at their AWS or at their GCP. No one is going to do that. Or if it is data center, no one is going to make you enterprise admin at their data center and give you router and everything. Okay, go ahead and configure. No, they will say, uh, you configure your Azure part and share the common details with us. We'll configure the part at our end and then we'll check. This is how it works. So you don't have to learn everything. You have to focus on the Azure side. Right? So I'll go ahead with the second approach where I will log in and I will do both the things. So let me log in to one of your subscriptions. So using my own ID here, if I go, I can access both the subscriptions. Just for your information, I'm showing you guys. By the way, which service am I using for this? Anyone know? I have already told you this twice or thrice. Which service am I using that I'm logged in with my own ID, where Gauss has not created this ID, right? Using this ID, and it's not even
Management
a
group.
part. No, not really. Right? I'm using this ID, and using this ID, I can see your subscription also. Management group is for handle all the subscriptions which are there under one tenant.
Manage
Is
identity.
Gauss's subscription in my tenant?
No.
No. No, not manage identity.
Azure
Definitely not.
Lighthouse.
Yes, Lighthouse. I'm using a service called Lighthouse. It's not a part of our one, so we're not even learning it, but I have told you this already. So I was just checking if you guys remember. So even if I log in here using, just make a duplicate and log in here using my ID, I'll be able to perform this practical, but you guys will get confused because on my screen you will see my laptop also, and you will see your laptops also. Sorry, you'll see your servers also and my servers also. So what am I doing here? At the right side, I will be logged into my ID where I'll just see my own virtual machines, and here I'll log in with the ID which Gauss has provided me. So in this one, you will see only your servers. So remember this, this is your subscription, training subscription. This is my subscription. These are two different tenants. So let me log in quickly first. And since I'm doing both of them, I'll stick to Linux server. It is easier for me. Don't have to configure many things, no firewall, etc. But if you guys are not comfortable, when you are performing the practical, you can use Windows Server. But when you're using Windows servers, make sure you uh, turn off the firewall. And this is the best practical, I would say, to do in collaboration. Okay? You can do this in collaboration, but you'll require someone with other tenants. So either you guys can do it with me whenever you are doing the practical. Do let me know. I'll do it with you, or we can do it at the end of the subscription. Let's say this subscription is ending on so and so date. I don't know, I haven't checked the date. Let's say it is expiring on 25th of November. So by 23rd we can have another subscription, so we'll have two tenants. Sorry about that, guys. So we'll have two tenants, and all of you will be a part of two tenants, two subscriptions. So you guys can collaborate with each other and then perform this practical. And if that is not possible, you can do it with me also. So for now, is this clear that what are we doing? We are connecting this site with this one. So if I go
Yes.
here, let's say these are two companies which we have. And I'm planning to have one virtual network here, and there will be plenty of machines. Then one virtual network here, there will be plenty of machines, and I want them to communicate. That is the requirement of my application. It could be for any reason, right? You may have 100 questions that why can't we have everything in one subscription? Why not in under one this? Why are we not migrating this? That everything, it's fine. Those are workarounds. There will be another scenarios for that. कि ये इन्हीं मशीन को वहां पर माइग्रेट करके दे दो. Yes, that's a different scenario. But there will be n number of scenarios where a requirement is that these two machines should be in different tenant. They have to be in different subscription, but they should talk to each other. Right? So it's nothing new in that. Don't be surprised and don't just jump to any conclusion that why aren't you moving the machines there. Just simply let's move the machine and put everything in one VNet. There could be compliance issue, there could be any reason, could be anything, right? But there are actually many setups already where you have two different tenants and two different subscriptions, still they want to talk to each other. So here we are planning to connect this company course with UT-Kloud, this one, right? So these two should talk to each other. So let's quickly have a look at what do we need. What do we need? What are the components? We need one virtual network, and that virtual network should have a subnet, and the subnet name should be gateway subnet. So it is implied that it is clear that we need one VNet, we need one gateway subnet, right? Then we need one virtual network gateway. We'll see this, whatever it is. Then we required one local network gateway. We required one public IP. I hope from Gaussa subscription, you guys have deleted your servers and public IPs. And then we required connection. So these are the 5 components, guys, which we required to establish VPN connection. Right? So let's go ahead quickly and start with this. I'll check if I do have sufficient quota in your subscription. I hope you guys have deleted your virtual machines. And these machines which I'll be creating, guys, fine, here it doesn't say machine and everything. In my components, do you see anywhere it says virtual machine?
No.
Then why am I creating a virtual machine?
To check the connectivity.
Yes. How else will I check? I mean, it will show connected like we had in uh, VNet pairing. It will show connected, but still we want to make sure that they are connecting with each other. So let's start creating from virtual machine. Why virtual machine? Because the moment I start with virtual machine, I'll automatically get one VNet, subnet, वो सब अपने आप आ जाएगा, right? Or what I can do, I can create VNet separately, I can create subnet separately, and then I can create virtual machine. How do you want me to do it, guys?
The first one.
With virtual machine?
Yes.
Okay. So let's start creating the virtual machine. I'll require virtual machine at uh, both the tenants because I want to check that. So I'll create virtual machine. Smallest size will do for me. I don't have to do anything. I won't be running anything on this machine, nothing. I'll simply just go ahead and ping these two machines. That's all I need. So I'll create a new resource group so it becomes easier for me to delete it. Though names will not make any impact. Just because I named this something else, there something else, it won't have any issue, right? Again, VM name, etc. No, here we are putting it everything just for the understanding. Uh, do you think they should have both of them should be in the same region? What do you think?
Region will be different. No issue.
It can be same, it can be different because VPN we use sometimes to connect to on-prem. Can you have that control कि आपका on-prem यहीं पर होना चाहिए? No. On-prem is already there, it's already set up, right? So it doesn't matter at all. It can be same, it can be different, it can be anything. So I'll keep East US here and let's say West US2 here. As of now, we are not doing any uh, redundancy or anything, so we'll go with basic standard, no infrastructure redundancy. I am okay with standard. I am happy with Ubuntu. Any version is okay. You guys can go ahead and take this one. Okay, we don't have size available here. Let me change the region. Let's make it East US2. I'll see East US2 if I have sufficient resources there. You can take any size of, let's see, it's available here. I'll just leave it, right? We can use SSH key, but we want to keep it simple because we want to focus on the networking part, right? So I'm creating a machine here and we are going to check these two machines. I could have used the key, but it doesn't matter. We're not learning that as of now. Tell me guys, if both of them have same IP, by the way, can both of them have same public IP? That is the first question. Can these two machines
No,
have same public IP? No.
no.
Second thing, I will never ever have a public IP in my actual environment. Here, I need public IP. Why do I need public IP? Because I want to connect to them and then try to ping to them each other on uh, private IP, right? That is the reason I need public IP. Otherwise, you will never have the public IP. Disk, simply I'll just click next. Doesn't matter whatever is coming. Now tell me if both of my VNet, both of my networks, in this case, these are VNet, but it could be VNet and network or VPC and VNet anything. If they are using same IP range, will it work?
It will work, but there
No,
will be
it will be
conflict.
overlap. Conflict
It
overlap.
will overlap. Yep.
How will it work? Will the VNet pairing work first thing? Forget VPN. If VNet
No,
pairing,
no, no,
right?
No,
VNet
no.
pairing will not work. Here also, it will not work. It won't stop you from creating, but it will not work. It will overlap. So there will be some rules of natting and everything you'll have to put. Then it will work. It will not work directly. Can you have this hard condition that your network has to be in different IP range? Is it possible? That no, I can't do anything if they are in same network. They are in overlapping IPs. No, that cannot be a hard condition. Why? Because when do you do this normally? When do you do the VPN? It's not all the time when you have something from scratch on cloud. It's not all the time that I have 2000 servers on-prem. I'm moving 500 to Azure. That time, yes, you can plan different IPs. But what in terms of merger? What in terms of acquisition, right? Two companies are merging. Now, can company A say to company B that you should have different IPs, then only I'll merge? There are high chances
No, no.
both of them are using same IPs, right? Private IPs we can use. So there are high chances you will face this problem. So it can be controlled using natting rules. Is that point clear to everyone, guys?
Yes.
When
yes.
you're planning it from scratch, that okay, I have 2000 servers, now I'm creating new site at the Azure. That time it's always recommended that try to use new IPs, try to use new range. It's always better. But in terms of acquisition, merger, your company is already there. You can't have this silly condition. There's a business requirement, everything is done, not just because your IPs are not matching, sorry, we can't merge. Not possible. You can't say that, right? But in this case, will have the different IP, so it will be easier for us to understand. Guys, we have 30 seconds left in this session. We'll take a break of 5 minutes. See you guys at 12:45 using the same link. I'm stopping on this page. We'll start from here.